All right, so back in May of 2021, I said that I feel like they're going to do away with this clone Biden and put Kamala in as president. And then I followed that up by saying, can't believe that Kamala is the first woman president. Future tweet. Someone sent me a DM the other day pointing this out from Upload on Prime. Oprah and Kamala. In a parallel universe, this actually happens. And y'all already know my thoughts about us not being in the same timeline, but I digress. So on the day of the election, November the 5th, 2024, Kamala will be entering into her Mars return. Side note, I just entered into my Mars return yesterday. Shout out to all my Mars and Cancer people. So this is November the 5th, and as you can see, Jupiter will be forming a conjunction aspect with an orb of 4 with her ascendant. You're going to have Pluto at the 29th degree in her 8th house. The house of other people's resources is Capricorn, so she's going to have favor. Capricorn represents presidents, right? So if she has that in her 8th house of other people's resources, other people's favor, and she has Pluto at the 29th degree, this is totally restructuring her legacy. At the 29th degree, that is a Leo degree. The favor will be on her. Now, this won't just be here in the United States. She's going to have favor outside of the United States, right? Because she has Venus transiting Sagittarius, foreign powers, foreign lands, foreign people, and that's in her 7th house. So on the back end, she might actually establish some sort of contract with foreign powers to put her in the presidential seat. You know, like promises, I'll do this for you if I become president, that type of thing. And she's going to have Uranus transiting her 12th house, forming a conjunction aspect with Jupiter, and her natal Jupiter is retrograding at the 24th degree. So she literally doesn't even know like how she gets blessed with the money she gets blessed with anyway. Literally. She has no natal energy in her 2nd house drawing her to her funds, and she's an emotional spender. So her resources does come from other people, but it's always aligned with power. She has Lilith at the 1st degree and a Saturn deacon in her 8th house. But anyway, let's focus more on what's happening in her 10th house. So she's going to have Saturn and Neptune transiting her 10th house on that day. Now, first, people still won't understand what the hell she's saying because she's going to have Neptune retrograding at the 27th degree in Pisces. The 27th degree is a Gemini degree. It's ruled by Mercury, so this is her communication. And it's in the sign of Pisces, illusions, confusion. You don't have to understand what she's saying. Hell, she doesn't even understand what she's saying, but she's going to buy her way into that seat with promises. But since it's at the 27th degree, this is a powerful Mercurian degree. Now, Neptune is home in Pisces, okay? Now, when it's retrograding, a Pisces can have great intentions, but the lies would just roll off the tongue and they'll believe their own lies, like they'll believe their own delusions, right? Now, with Saturn retrograding in Pisces, this is going to look like somebody who says I'll do something, but when they are actually put into the position of power, the promises that they made, especially when Saturn wasn't retrograde in Pisces, illusions, confusions, you know, nothing is as what it seems when they are elected to that position of power, because this is Saturn transiting the 10th house, how the world sees you, okay? So they won't be as strict with their structuring, with their boundaries. They're more likely to pull the rug from underneath you, I think that's the saying, or they're more likely to put the veil over your eyes and hide what they're saying and not practice that integrity that comes with the shadow side of Cancer, the nurturing, which is Capricorn. Capricorn is that shadow side of Cancer. Capricorn is that serious side that I'm not going to be tied to my emotions. I need to get this done. So when you have Saturn, which represents Capricorn, retrograding in the 10th house, the house that it rules, This is somebody you do not want to have in the seat because, once again, if you look at her seventh house, you got the moon, you got Pallas, and don't get me started on Pallas Athena. You got Venus, and you got Mercury, all transiting her seventh house of interpersonal skills, of connections to other people, of contracts. And since it's again in Sagittarius, y'all, she's already bought and paid for. We already know that the election is really a selection. So you add an S onto that, E, add the snake onto the election, and you get the selection, which is going to be her. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully everything that I'm saying gets thrown out the window and we get tossed into another timeline. And she's literally a puppet for men with power. She has Priapus at the 6th degree in her first house, her identity, who she is. Priapus is that male, that repressed male sexual energy, right? So since it's at the 6th degree, she's literally servicing men, like she's the one who men go and cry to, like she's the shoulder to lean on. That's that Priapus energy. Now this Priapus alignment, you have to realize, y'all, that the planets that are in the first house, that is who you become. Like I have Saturn conjuncting my ascendant. I am Saturn. I have Pluto in my first house. So these placements that are in your first house, this is your personality. It describes how you function. She has Priapus at the 6th degree in her first house. She's easily taken advantage of, and especially when it comes to the favors of men. Okay, now Priapus is represented by the phallus. Okay, when you see those obelisks, that's Priapus. It's a representation of Priapus. Now, outside the White House, this is a representation of Priapus. This is a phallus. She's going to have Jupiter there. Okay, this is who she is. When you see something in the natal chart once, for people who don't know much about natal charts, you're going to see it several times. You usually have themes that repeat themselves in several different ways. It's like 3 plus 3 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Both equal 6. Two different ways to get there. The natal chart will show you one destination with several different ways to get there. Okay. Now, when you're deciphering, you really have to you have to be meticulous. So analyzing the aspects, the houses, the planets, the degrees, all of these are vital when it comes to really seeing who somebody is or where they're going or where they have been. So with that being said, I'll end with saying this. Now, on the road to this election, if she were to have some type of tragic passing in her family, that would sway the attention in her favor. Let's hope not. Let's hope this election is clean. Matter of fact, let's just hope this election happens. Because the way this year is going and the way these timelines are switching, you don't know what's going to happen. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.